ask me why I enjoy racing. Well, it's all about the challenge. You are in a boat that is rigged to your perfection. Mother Nature is not on your side. Every wave height, length, and width are constantly changing. And still you're trying to go as fast as you can.
One of the main factors is preparation, ensuring everything is done with the boat. I mean, we literally went over every single bolt, every hose, every clamp, I think maybe 10 times, and still went over it again. Every time you check something, he wanted to check it back, or I checked it back. So it was just continuous preparation, focused on ourselves. We had some competition this year, which kind of built up the anxiety quite a bit. I think preparation was good. We have a very reliable boat. And we just take care of it, do what we need to do, necessary servicing, repairs, maintenance, and I think preparation played a big part in the boat. The boat was flawless, straight to Tobago.
I guess the love for the sport mostly, and the enjoyment of seeing the young guys coming into racing now. You know, it gives you something to look forward to, and continue racing to give them encouragement as well. Ain't no secret, it's just a lot of hard work and plenty of wasted money.
So we bought the boat from the Ross boys, and it was actually packed up for quite some time. And well, seeing that the Great Race is one of the longest offshore powerboat races in the world, we knew we had some work cut out for us. So we brought the boat back in the yard, immediately pulled out the engine, went to the rigging, changed most, if not all, the hoses and fittings on the boat. Took the engine apart, painted it up, inspected everything we had to, and then piece by piece started to put it back together. It sounds very likely when you talk about it, but for those who know, that is like hell week. Taking apart a boat to rig it is a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time. And things always go wrong. Nothing ever goes to plan, and you just have to expect that. But nonetheless, we had a real good team. We got our stuff done and put the boat back together, got in the water, and I must say, coming from a smaller, a lot slower boat into a full-blown, canopied, proper race boat, it definitely had me a little bit on edge. I mean, we put a lot of work into the boat, and I was definitely a bit nervous going into it for the first time. But boy, when we got inside and strapped in and we knew everything was good to go, it was a hell of a ride. I had an awesome time. I was probably shedding tears of joy in the boat when he made it over to Tobago. It was a great experience.
This year was probably the biggest win we got. It capped the hat trick. We got the 3 wins in a row we've been aiming for. National championship 4 times in a row. Fastest record breaking time. Can't ask for anything better.
This morning pretty much started as normal. Everything was working perfectly. And you know the good old saying, it works best just before it's about to break? Well, apparently that's known in the racing fraternity. And we dropped a valve on just after Point Good. We had passed, obviously we passed Ironman, we passed Solo because they went there to go and do their lap, and we continued on, and just as we passed Point Good, heard a proper thump, and everything just, RPM just dropped off on the starboard engine, and that was it. She was locked up. Catastrophic failure because that valve just broke off and bounced around and made its way into every single cylinder, and that was it. Unfortunately, after 2.5 years of running perfect with those engines, that was it.
This year we finished second in the great race in our class. We had everything spot on, no mistakes, and they gave us second place. So that's not bad. We definitely heading in the right direction. So next year we're looking to be, I say, more on the podium. Boat racing is something I always had on the bucket to do now. And it was the perfect opportunity. And when I came on with him, the boat needed 1 or 2 things, so I put together some stuff, and we got intercoms, we got new jackets, we got the boat to a spec where, all right, now we're racing, and then after that I think Nicholas was just getting accustomed to the wheel and racing among other boats, so I was getting accustomed to it too because it was a new experience to me. It was real exciting. So it's a little different to cars, but you're racing neck and neck with the boats, and it's a different ball game on the water.
A boat is a challenging thing, and because you have one man driving and one man throttling, so everybody have different fares. So it's a marrying of 2 people that takes sometimes years to accomplish. It does. I've raced away, and it's not easy to jump into a boat and just feel you could run together smoothly. It takes a lot of bonding together, because you don't want to say everything, every corner. No, you want, eventually it gets easier. So you just bond and you do what you have to do. But it's the whole adrenaline, it's the whole up in the air and out of control, because you're in a boat that is out of control, and you're trying to keep it in control and straight and landing on the V, not on the side, so it's a lot of Mother Nature against you, and that's what's interesting.
We shattered a tab a little before Maracas last year. The whole tab ram, so we had a few things that we the bow pickup cable, we had a few things that we broke last year that we made sure were brand new on the boat for great races, expecting water. But I also think throughout the year, the boat just continuously got better, because they had a lot of little gremlins, as simple as the boat is, kind of beneath the surface, from salt in the carbs, all kind of the kink in the fuel line, random little things that you just kind of find as you dig and you go to the next one, and you try again and you dig and go to the next one. So I think throughout the year the boat got faster and kind of then got more on par with everybody else. So it just then became, by the end of the year, we were able to properly compete.
We had to just keep a gap as best as we can to finish, because we knew what we had to do. If we made a choice to do the race properly, we knew Scott and them was slightly faster than us. So we had to race a on-point race. And after, it gave us the gap. So then we just had to close the gap as much as we can. And that began to happen. We just looked at one another and said, no way, this is possible again. And every 15 minutes, 2 RPM, 3 RPM, just dropping. In the end result, how it worked out, we fought for it in our own right. Even though we were on our own, we really fight fit to keep it together, and the cards played in our hand,
Great Race morning, we had a pretty solid game plan. Once we put the boat in the water, I spoke to Daniel before the start and I said, hey, let's just sit down behind Jack, and if the water's rough, if the water's calm, let's just try and stay there. I'll try and keep the boat under 60 miles an hour and let's just stay as close to them as possible, because at the end of the day, that's the team to beat, and they've been racing together for, I don't know, 7-8 years, and they are just totally dialed in. I think that's the most solid team in that class.
It's the challenge that I love, and it keeps me going back every year.